The rookie who has gotten the bulk of the carries with Cordero Patterson on IR out at least the next 3 games. They'll get the second down carry here, letting the blockers develop, and he surges forward to make it third and manageable. Givens comes up with the tackle.
This guy just makes plays, and he really solidifies this defense as a top-notch unit.
3rd and 3. Mariota swings it over the middle. It's Zacchaeus with a catch in room. Deep into San Francisco territory and dragged down at the 30.
The inside, I was looking at the outside receiver flat, but he comes from the outside or inside, runs it, the over route, and this is the kind of route that he catches the majority.
Drives defensively, but in the first half this year, they haven't allowed a touchdown. Already Atlanta knocking on the red zone. Mariota. Quick throw, quick catch. Pitts with his first reception after returning from the hamstring injury. Dre Greenlaw greets him right at the sticks. He's going to be about a half-yard shy of the first down.
Take the first one. Don't be afraid to do it. I just want to keep the offense moving forward. Sets up a 3rd and short.
He did it all last week against Tampa Bay. Mariota will keep, and he's got the first down. And that's the danger for any defense, having the legs for Marcus Mariota. You talked about this being his redemption story. Look out for Drake London on the bottom of your screen. They expect him to have a breakout soon, but it's Huntley again on another carry, just churning the legs towards the line to gain. He'll be about 1.5 yards shy. Tarvarius Moore. Zacchaeus, the man in motion. Handoff. Huntley. He's got it. 1st and goal for the Falcons. Tough news. A 2nd and goal here for Atlanta. Mariota floats towards the end zone. Hauled in, touchdown, Michael Pruitt. Called up from the practice squad yesterday, and Pruitt into the end zone as the Niners allow their first opening drive touchdown.
The defender, put it up high, make sure you get it away from Odom right there.